I
Yeah.
mean, we being bombarded with so much BS, and we're going to segue into that a little bit. We being bombarded with so much BS that it seems like being positive and speaking about the righteous and all that stuff isn't even popular anymore. And when you do it, it's like this weird thing. Like, oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know. Like the poetry group, it's some real nice poets out there.
Man.
But how popular is the poetry community right now? You know what I mean? I mean, there's things that we used to do to let our hair down. No offense to you, Eddie, but to let our hair down and have a lot of fun and stuff like that, right? And then we can come back into society and handle our business, and that was a lot of underground stuff. But now you see the things that we used to do in the underground, that's in the forefront, and the things that we would do outwardly in front of the public, now that's been pushed back. So I appreciate all three of you for sharing that, because when you think about it, stuff is backwards and inside out right now. So to hear y'all talk like that, man, is just a breath of fresh air, in my opinion. Um, Now speaking of that, and I know Top Cat kind of hinted at this already, but I'm gonna start with Eddie. What are your thoughts on today's music and hip hop?
I feel the youth. I feel their points. I get it. Um, Freedom of speech is very important. I like the swag. I know a lot of people knocking for the mumble jumble stuff. I get it. Some of it is mumble jumble, but that's their generation. You know what I'm saying? That's what leads them. So I don't really knock it. As they get older, they have to develop a little bit more, because as you live young, you got to mature, and when you mature, you go through different things. So as long as they don't stay that way a decade from now, if they want to have longevity in it, as long as they grow. So I feel them. I love it. I love it. But like I said, 15 years from now, they better be talking about some of a little bit more substance. You feel me? So I rock with them. Their inspiration, obviously, um, they know what they're doing. They're living their life, and I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I rock with them.
That's good. That's good. Top Cat, what's your thought?
Um, well, for me, you know, I feel like the message is what it is, and if what I'm saying. So, okay, I'm talking about it. My wife, she worked at Young Boy NBA concert. I mean, they had the most lit everything going on. But what was he talking about? Was it about anything inspirational? Was it about anything about graduating or having a job or anything like that? Nah, everybody up there doing this, acting like they shooting. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that I don't. Nobody want to hear your crimes. Express yourself in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess I'm just old school. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about nobody crimes. I want to hear about your success story. You know what I'm saying? When you actually went and did something that you never did before, and you know what I'm saying, you letting us see a different view of whatever you saw. You know what I'm saying? Like if you traveling, okay, talk about how good you traveling and how good it feel to be able to travel. How you never was able to do that. Not how you about to slide, how you slid on somebody, and then all of a sudden you catch a case, and then now they using your words against you, and now you sitting in jail, like you know what I'm saying? Like why? I just don't understand that. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm more like I've been more on my gospel tip. You know what I'm saying? Listening to more gospel stuff because I realize that the beats that we hear from gospel is little rockish and it also transcends into hip hop. And so I'm like you're able to relate to it better. Reezy did a song, you know what I'm saying, on Real 2, you know what I'm saying,
Thank God.
with the with the gospel. And that's what really woke it up. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you can really do that. You can really flip that. So, I've really been more on that type of hype. Okay, and that's a movement too. You know what I'm saying? Also, my daughters have been into K-pop, and K-pop has been getting a little big lately. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than what people give it credit to be. You know what I'm saying? And it also kind of certain things that they say. I'm like, ooh, I could use that. I could use that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not finding that in some of the hip hop that I'm listening to. Like, well, I could use that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I've been through that. Like, nah, I'm not living that life. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound cool to me. You know what I'm saying? But in the same retrospect, you know what I'm saying? Like Crow said, I respect that. You know, get your money, but the same, you know what I'm saying? Also, let's try to bring back some goodness, because she also worked, my wife also worked at the Ice Cube event. And you know what I'm saying? That was lit too. You know what I'm saying? But the message was completely different. And you
Always got a
felt
message.
it so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, yeah, okay, there we go. So you know, if we still got artists out there putting out the good stuff, it's just like they're just not getting the same notoriety that they should be getting as the other stuff. That's all.
Oh man, that was great. Good stuff. Doja, what's your thoughts, bro?
Okay, so how I feel about the music today versus what I grew up on, I don't really, I can't really relate, to be honest with you. I always been, like TC said, old school. Like I grew up on, TLC when they did No Scrubs, and uh Lauryn Hill, Miseducation, and even Raw Digger, and then, like, what happened to that? What happened to women respecting themselves? Now it's all about the hot box and how wet it could get, and it's like we don't have no role models anymore. There's no morals anymore. There's no art in it. It's just everything's about killing or making babies and using unprotected, I don't know, it's drugs and alcohol. I mean, that's always kind of been there, but it's so exploited now. There's, like I said, there's no morals. There's no real inspiration. Like our generation under us is looking up to us. And I'm sorry, my kids are in the background. Sorry. And so I feel like I have to be that. I feel like I kind of got to be that voice to bring us back to the roots, to where music was actually music, like when Marvin Gaye and then was doing it, where you can actually feel something.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Um, it could be talking about the same thing, but there's a way you say it. Like when they was talking about, excuse me, when they were talking about peaches and when they were talking about peaches and cream. Daddy. When they were talking about peaches and cream, they had a way to say it to where it didn't sound like pussy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
That was
Y'all
good.
said, I
But
go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? It's an artistic way you could say explicit things without making it explicit. You could still be talking about sex and not make it like so. You know what I mean? It's just there's kids that's listening to it, and then the way they play it, it's not like how when we was little, where we had a time, and to where they start playing X-rated uncut stuff or videos and stuff, where it'd be like after 3 o'clock in the morning when you start seeing stuff like that. Now it's in the middle of the day and kids are out of school and they're watching, and
Listen.
we don't have any kind of, we don't have the the knowledge to stop it. Like, just because it's playing on the radio doesn't mean that you have to rap with it or anything like that. Cut that shit off and put on some tunes for the kids and stuff like that. Or at least, what happened to the beeps? There's no beeps no more. There's no beep when you cuss or anything like that. It's like, oh my god. What happened? I can't, I don't listen to the radio or anything like that. I listen to the stuff that I used to listen to growing up, because that's what I could relate to. That's what moves and motivate me. And I might be out of touch, but I can't listen to what he was talking about, the murder kill trap music. it's like serious. You want to go to jail? You want to get cocaine? Okay, but
They're telling themselves they must want to go
but
to
it's
jail.
not like I haven't had songs like that. But like I said, it's the way you use your words. Mine's is like I've never killed nobody or anything, and so if I'm talking about killing somebody, I'm talking about lyrically. My bars will shit on you. My bars will kill you. I'm blowing your chest out. I'm making you feel something. You gonna bleed all over the place. It's over. It's done. You know, you're dead. But yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting up there talking about the next person and fucking their mama type shit and raping their kids, and that's crazy to me. It's insanity. So I try to keep my little bubble full of inspiration and motivation and gospel and stuff like that. Like that's everything everything that I listen to or watch is always inspirational, educational, and that's all it is. That's all. Because I have kids too, and it's not even just about my kids. It's about because I know that I'm going to be an influence, regardless of what genre or what career I'm in. I want something that old people can listen to as well as young people, and it's not very harsh on the ears. And you don't have to be embarrassed by the lyrics and stuff like that. Like I talk about sex too, but I'm not gonna sit up there and tell you, my like booty hole. Oh God, Jesus! Like I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't. Like
I
that's
feel you.
crazy.
That's
So
why I say we
I
gotta. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. So yeah,
No,
that's all I
That's why I
was
say
saying.
I peep what they're doing, but as the years go on, they got to change up a little bit. They got.
Yeah.